In the beginning, there was only oneness. Imagine a love so pure, so vast, it was all that existed. This love was God, the source of everything. There was no universe, no stars, no planets, and no us as we know ourselves. There was just this infinite, perfect love. This concept might be hard to grasp because we live in a world of separation. We see ourselves as individual beings, separate from each other and from God. But according to spiritual teachings like A Course in Miracles and the Disappearance of the Universe, this separation is an illusion. Deep down, we are all part of that original oneness, that infinite love. We are all extensions of God. Like waves are extensions of the ocean. Just as a wave cannot exist without the ocean, we cannot exist without God. This is a fundamental spiritual truth. It's a truth that can change our lives if we truly understand it and let it sink in. It's a truth that can set us free. From this oneness, God created Christ. Now, it's important to understand that Christ is not the same as Jesus. Jesus was a man who lived on earth and embodied the Christ spirit, but Christ himself is something much greater. Christ is the first thought of God, the perfect reflection of God's love. If God is the ocean, then Christ is the largest, most magnificent wave, embodying all the qualities of the ocean itself. Christ is also often referred to as the Son of God. This doesn't mean he's a separate being, any more than a wave is separate from the ocean. It simply denotes a different aspect of the same divine essence. The creation of Christ was an act of pure love, a way for God to extend himself and experience love in a new way. It was the beginning of a divine dance, a relationship of pure joy and shared creation. Imagine Christ, this perfect expression of God, existing in this state of pure love and oneness with his Creator. They were so connected, so in tune with each other, that they could share thoughts and dreams as if they were one. Together, God and Christ dreamed up countless universes. These weren't universes like ours, with planets and stars and physical matter. They were universes of thought, of pure consciousness, each one a unique expression of love and creativity. Imagine the most beautiful, awe-inspiring things you've ever seen or imagined. Now multiply that by infinity, and you might begin to get a glimpse of the wonder and beauty of these shared dreams. Within these dreams, there was no separation, no fear, no pain. There was only perfect love, perfect joy, and perfect peace. It was a state of pure bliss, a heavenly realm beyond our wildest imagination. But then something shifted. Christ, in his infinite curiosity, asked a question. It wasn't a question with words, for words didn't exist in that realm. It was a question born of a desire to understand the nature of his own being, to explore the depths of his own mind. This question, though innocent in its intention, created a ripple in the fabric of oneness. It was a question that could not be answered within the realm of pure love and unity. It was a question that hinted at separation, at the possibility of something other than God. Now, it's important to remember that this wasn't a mistake in the traditional sense. There's no judgment or blame in this divine story. It was simply a choice, a turning point that set in motion a new chain of events. This moment of questioning, this desire to explore beyond the known, is mirrored in our own human experience. We too are driven by curiosity, by a longing to understand who we are and why we're here. Section 5, the birth of illusion and separation. Christ's question, unanswered, created a space, a void, within the perfection of oneness. It was into this void that the idea of a separate universe was born, a universe where separation from God seemed possible. This universe, unlike the shared dreams of pure consciousness, was a universe of form, of duality, of opposites. It was a universe where love and fear, light and darkness, truth and illusion could seemingly coexist. This is the universe we experience now, a world of physicality, of time and space, of birth and death. It's a world where we often feel separate from God, from each other, and even from our own true selves. But this separation, like the universe itself, is an illusion. It's a dream we've collectively chosen to believe in, a temporary forgetting of our true nature as extensions of God. Section 6, the Holy Spirit, a bridge back to God. God, in his infinite love, never abandoned us in this dream of separation. To bridge the gap created by the illusion, he created the Holy Spirit. Think of the Holy Spirit as a bridge between the oneness of God and the duality of our world. The Holy Spirit is the part of God that resides within each of us, the voice of love that whispers truth in our hearts. The Holy Spirit is always there, patiently waiting for us to turn to Him. He is the constant reminder of our true nature, the gentle guide who leads us back to oneness. He speaks to us through our intuition, through our conscience, through moments of synchronicity and unexpected grace. Whenever we feel love, compassion, or forgiveness, we are experiencing the Holy Spirit at work in our lives. Section 7. Awakening from the dream. The purpose of our journey in this illusory universe is not to suffer, but to awaken. It's to remember who we truly are and to return to our natural state of oneness with God. This awakening is a process, a journey of healing and self-discovery. It's about learning to look beyond the illusions of this world and see the love that binds us all. The Holy Spirit guides us on this journey, helping us to forgive ourselves and others, to release our fears and doubts, and to open our hearts to the love that surrounds us. As we awaken, we begin to see the world differently. We see the interconnectedness of all things, the divine spark in every living being. We realize that we are not alone, that we are all part of something much greater than ourselves. Section 8. Forgiveness, the key to ending the illusion. One of the most powerful tools the Holy Spirit gives us is forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about condoning wrongdoing, but about releasing ourselves from the pain of the past. When we hold on to anger, resentment, or guilt, we keep ourselves trapped in the illusion of separation. We perpetuate the cycle of pain and suffering. Forgiveness is a choice, a decision to see ourselves and others through the eyes of love. It's about recognizing that we are all doing the best we can with the understanding we have. As we forgive, we release the hold that the past has on us. We open ourselves to the healing power of love and allow the Holy Spirit to work through us. Section 9. Choosing love instead of fear. In this world of duality, we are constantly faced with choices. Every moment presents an opportunity to choose love or fear, forgiveness or resentment, oneness or separation. Fear is the ego's language, the voice of illusion. It tells us we are separate, alone, and vulnerable. It keeps us trapped in a cycle of lack, limitation, and suffering. Love is the language of the Holy Spirit, the voice of our true nature. It reminds us that we are connected, supported, and infinitely loved. It empowers us to live from a place of peace, joy, and abundance. Every time we choose love, we take a step closer to awakening. We align ourselves with the will of God and contribute to the healing of ourselves and the world. Section 10. The journey back to oneness. The journey back to oneness is not a linear path. There will be times of clarity and times of confusion, moments of joy and moments of despair. The key is to remember that we are not alone. The Holy Spirit is always with us, guiding us, supporting us, and loving us unconditionally. When we stumble or lose our way, we can always turn to the Holy Spirit for help. Through prayer, meditation, and spiritual study, we can strengthen our connection to our divine source. The more we surrender to the love of the Holy Spirit, the easier the journey becomes. We begin to experience more peace, more joy, and more love in our lives. Section 11. Remembering who we truly are. The journey back to oneness is ultimately a journey of remembering. We are remembering who we truly are as children of God, as expressions of divine love. We are remembering that separation was an illusion, a dream we chose to believe in. We are remembering that love is the only reality, the only truth that truly matters. As we awaken to our true nature, we become beacons of love in the world. We shine our light brightly, illuminating the path for others to follow. And as more and more of us awaken, the illusion of separation dissolves. We return to the oneness from which we came, the love that is our source and our destiny.